would like an intro of myself and Pinnacle. My name is Serena. I am an employee of Pinnacle. If you do not already know me, I'm Serena Buger, and I handle primarily the Northeast area, but some other bits and pieces of the U.S. as well. So on my screen here, you can see I have the Pinnacle website. I just wanted, for those of you who may not be familiar, I do see some names I recognize, so I think a lot of you may already be working with us, but in case you're not, just wanted to give you a brief intro to who Pinnacle is. We are an FMO. We have agents nationwide. Pride ourselves on doing a great job with that. So today we're going to go over a program that we offered that involves Social Security. I will be handing this over to our presenter. His name is Tom. He'll be going over this program. And this is one of the many programs that we as an FMO offer. So just want you to be aware of this offering that's available to you as a Pinnacle agent. I will put my information in this chat box if anybody has questions after or wants to follow up on anything else, maybe offline Pinnacle related. I'm happy to field those questions as well. And as we go through the presentation, if you have questions on what you're seeing or hearing, definitely use that chat box again. I will have a list of attendees, so I will reach out to you after this just to follow up and make sure everything was clear and make sure you've got everything you need from today. So I appreciate you joining. I appreciate your time. With that, I am going to introduce Tom from the Registered Social Security Analyst, RSSA for short, and I am going to give him control to go over his presentation about a great program that we work together on. And Tom, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thanks, Serena.
Got it.
So thank you again, everyone, for having me on today from the RSSA Social Security Program. And today what you're going to learn on this webinar is a little bit about the RSSA program, learn about the RSSA designation that you receive, and if this program is a good fit for your current core business, whether that's selling Medicare, maybe you sell annuities, life insurance, or other things. As long as you're trying to target that 10,000 baby boomers retiring every day, this is going to be a good program because it is essential to helping that target demographic with their Social Security decisions. And so RSSA, as Serena said, stands for Registered Social Security Analysts. And this is all about a program that's going to help you with your Medicare and other sales opportunities and boost those sales through the use of Social Security expertise. So what does the RSSA program include? So RSSA is a turnkey Social Security program, and it gives you the training and expertise to assist prospects and clients with their Social Security decisions. Now, when we say Social Security decisions, what does exactly that mean? So as an RSSA, you're going to be able to help your clients understand what benefits they're eligible for, whether that's retirement, spousal, survivor benefits, dependent benefits, the eligibility, the criteria, the amounts that they would get based on those benefits, claiming ages and considerations. You're also going to be able to understand the pitfalls as well as specific rules that impact your client's certain situations. Now, we have an entire turnkey program that includes Social Security education. The RSSA is a designation, so it really builds that credibility between you and the clients and prospects that you work with. We have our own proprietary software technology that we'll show you today how you'll be able to utilize that when working with clients. We have all of the Social Security marketing content you need. You don't have to create anything from scratch to market yourselves as a Social Security expert, which again will open the door for Medicare and other sales opportunities. And then we have support, just like Pinnacle does with their support on as far as helping you with Medicare and marketing and all of that. We help with the same thing, but on the Social Security side. Now, how does the RSA designation help you as an agent? Well, it allows you to differentiate yourself and take a unique approach with your targeted demographic. If you think about if we're targeting, 65-year-olds and trying to get T65 sales, they're getting mailers, flyers, phone calls, call centers, they're seeing TV ads, and every agent around them is trying to sell them the exact same products. So how does that 65-year-old differentiate me from all of you on the call and everybody else in this industry trying to get that client's business. So by leading in with Social Security expertise, one, you can get in the door before clients reach 65, because Social Security planning can start before then and helping them. You build that relationship, you build that trust and rapport so that when they do reach 65, you have the ability to reach out to them because one, there's already your Social Security client, right? But two, you've already helped them with this other important decision. Now, being this reliable resource will not only allow you to help your clients with their Social Security questions, but it'll also help you with their Social Security claiming decisions. Again, a very important aspect in retirement. And the reason is that it's so important is because Social Security income is a large, and for some people, the only retirement income that they'll have. And so if we could help them with that, not only will that get them more in retirement, but it's going to also offset some of those costs they'll have for Medicare Part B premiums, other premiums and co-payments. So we want to put them in the best position in retirement so they can live that financially free and the peaceful retirement that they deserve. Because at the end of the day, the way we see it right now is word of mouth is huge now. We want word of mouth, we want referrals, and we want reviews. And you do that by building trust and rapport. And then there's no way of building a better relationship than helping them with Social Security, because everyone who's aging in wants to know more about it. Now, Social Security events, just like you would put on a T65 event or Medicare 101, this is a great way to get in front of more prospects and use this as a more educational and not a sales-driven approach. When we speak to clients and prospects, they don't want to be sold something. And so by taking this approach and saying, I can help you understand what you need to know before claiming your benefits, it's going to take that from a total different lens. And there's two different agents that enroll in our program. One agent is using this solely as a value add, meaning that they're learning about Social Security and using Social Security planning to add value to either prospects or their current clients. And then you could also charge a fee for this service. So if you want to charge a fee, our software technology that I'll show you in just a few minutes is going to provide the client with a personalized Social Security analysis. By providing that client with that analysis and having a consultation one-on-one to go through it, not only can you charge a fee for your service, but that also opens the door for those other cross-selling opportunities. Do they need help with Medicare? If you sell annuities, they need help with that. But it all starts with this core thing that everyone wants to know more about, and no one knows enough about it to really understand what they need to know before making this decision, which is Social Security. So the biggest question we always get is, why do people need help with Social Security? So the Social Security Administration by law is not allowed to give advice. They are allowed to answer questions, but a lot of times you might get clients who call them 3 times and get 3 different answers to the same question, right? That's not unheard of. But what's happening is that the Social Security reps are giving clients wrong and misleading information and potentially giving them wrong information that they lose out or leave so much money on the table, potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars. 96% of everyone who collects Social Security does not optimize. And this has resulted in over $111,000 loss per household in benefits. The biggest reason this happens is that people are uneducated. There's no reliable resource for them to get this help. They don't know what questions to ask. So as an RSSA, you're not only answering their questions, you're able to understand what questions you need to ask them to understand their entire situation and make sure they don't miss out on a dollar of benefits that they deserve. Now, there's also about a month ago, there was a Social Security interview, 60-minute interview on Social Security overpayments. Now, many Americans receive overpayments from Social Security saying that they paid them too much and now they owe that money back. And this whole segment on 60 Minutes was all about how many Americans are overpaid and put in very harsh and hard positions that they have to pay that money back. And again, the overpayments happen because they've received wrong or misleading information from the reps at Social Security or from their friends, family, neighbors that don't understand about the rules. And so you'll become that reliable resource to help them with that. Now, I worked with a client earlier this year before it was too late by the time they reached out to me. They had an overpayment that they wanted to fight, and it was an overpayment of $250,000. Now, this could be paid back in one of two ways, either as a lump sum, which this person, like many others, doesn't have $250,000 laying around, or they could pay it out of a percentage out of their Social Security check until it's recouped. Unfortunately, at $250,000, this person's going to be paying that off for the rest of their life, and it's because they received wrong information from a rep at SSA. Now, the worst part about all this is the client is still to blame. It's the client's job to be educated, but unfortunately, they don't know where to get that education, and that's when you come in as you earn your designation to be able to help clients with that decision. So now let's talk a little bit about the structure to our program. So we have a very specific structure to ensure your success. The first is the education. We'll talk more about what the education includes, but we give you everything you need to make sure that you become that Social Security expert that your clients trust and that they need. Once you go and are finished with the education, you'll take the final exam to earn your RSA designation. Again, the designation, you can put that behind your name on your business cards. And that really builds that credibility between you and all of those that you're going to be serving, where you actually were able to attain this knowledge. The last part and the most important is the integration. Yes, we'll talk about pricing for our program as well as the time that it's going to take just to get through it. But we understand that by spending the time and the investment going into our program, now we want to help you with the integration. We help you with marketing. We provide you with the marketing material. We get you, help you get in front of clients. We have trainings every month. We want to make sure that you utilize the RSA designation and be that Social Security expert to not only help your clients, but build your book of business. How can you increase your sales opportunities, but use it in a way that is through Social Security and the RSSA program? Now, the RSSA program is approved for continuing education by Broadridge, FI 360, by NASBA, the CFP board, and the IRS. We are also listed on the FINRA directory, and we are currently approved in 41 out of 50 states for insurance continuing education. Now, depending on the state, it's usually around 8 or 9 credits, and we are currently being approved in around 5 or 6 more states over the next month or two. Now, as far as the RSA education, we have what's very similar to what you would see with AHIP. That's a 5-module e-learning course. For us, the first 4 modules, you're learning about the rules and regulations of Social Security. So you'll learn about the types of benefits, benefit amounts, eligibility, the pitfalls that your clients need to know, as well as any specific rules that may impact them. We tie it all together with Module 5, where we give you the training on our own proprietary software technology, which is the RSSA roadmap. So you're given all different cases that'll prepare you not only for the final exam, but for everyday real life situations of your clients. Now, generally what we've always done was a self-study online course, but we now have a live course option. Now, the live course option allows those who are more hands-on and visual learners to come and join us for live webinars where we're going to be able to go through all 5 modules with you, point out the important things, and in layman's terms, explain some of what you're reading through the content. Now, right now, today, this week, we're putting on our first live sessions. We have thousands of agents that are in our live sessions this week, and they're all at the same pace because after each day, they're on to the next module. And so it allows you to get the designation more quickly, more efficient. And what I want to talk about next is February schedule. Because again, I think these live sessions, whether you're a self-study person or you're more visual, you could do self-study only. You could do the lives only, or you could do a combination of both. But if you're interested in joining us for the next set of live webinars, we're doing that February 26th through March 1st. So that's Monday through Friday, 1 module each day. That'll be from, this says 12 a.m., but it's supposed to be 12 p.m., so 12 noon through 3 p.m. Eastern time. So it's 3 hours per module, 15 hours total to complete, and then you'll be ready to take the final exam. Now, all will be recorded, so if you want to take advantage of these, but you can't make the live ones, that's fine as well. After each session, we send out the recording as well as the slides that we go through during that. And again, anyone who's interested in taking advantage of that, you could always start with the self-study, and then once those sessions happen, use those as a a brush up to what you learned through the self-study, however you want to do it. But just to let you know, anyone who wants to take advantage of the next set of lives, you just need to enroll in the program by February 23rd so that we can send you the information ahead of time. Now, once you get through those 5 modules, you'll be ready to sit for the final exam. So you'll earn your RSA designation by passing this exam. It's independently proctored online, so you take it out of the comfort of your own home or office. And there's 2 parts. The first part is multiple choice, and then the second part are 2 case studies using the software. Again, through Module 5, you're learning all about the cases, so you won't come across a surprise case. You'll be completely prepared. On the exam itself for the multiple choice, it is not open book, but we made it even easier than open book because we provide you with this 3-page reference document. So you don't have to memorize numbers or anything very intricate. It's all provided to you on this document. And that actually has increased our passing grade and passing rate, just so that it's all on 3 pieces of paper and you're not searching through all the modules for the content. Now, you just need a 75% pass grade on both parts, and we do have an over 96% that pass on the first try. Now, being part of Pinnacle, you get a lot of really great add-ons. The first being that if you are taking the exam and you happen to fail, you get a second exam try at no additional cost. So you get 2 tries for the exam at no additional cost. On top of that, if you do happen to fail part 2, but you pass part 1, you'll only be required to retake part 2. You would not have to retake part 1. Now, the greatest part, especially being part of Pinnacle and offering this, is that our support team will actually reach out to you and let you know what questions you got wrong and how you need to study more and in certain areas to definitely pass the second time. And we can have all additional trainings and everything like that to prepare you. Right now, today, we're doing a very specific topic for this week of what we learned through the first 2 modules for the live people. So we're always giving every added thing we can to make sure that you're successful through the modules and to sit and pass the final exam. Now, once you get past that phase, again, now how do we integrate this into our practice, right? How do we take what we learned and start to utilize that in a way that's going to build our business and boost those Medicare and other sales opportunities? So we provide you with all of the Social Security marketing content. You never have to create anything from scratch. Even if we don't have something created that you want, we'll create it for you. We're very tailored to the organizations that we work with, including Pinnacle, for this wonderful opportunity. So we have all of the marketing templates you need. We have marketing email templates, letterheads, newsletters. We have informational brochures and slicks. We have postcards if you plan to do postal mail marketing. We have social media content. Every RSSA in our program gets their own specific RSSA landing page. You can put your picture, you can put your reviews here. It allows you to have an external website or scheduling a call, whether that's a Calendly, a Zoom, or anything else. You can put your professional bio as well as upcoming events that you put on. And every RSSA also has a contact me form here. Now, once you become an RSSA, you're automatically put into our directory. And we have consumers that come to our website that are looking for RSSAs in their area to reach out to for this help. So you're going to get leads as part of the program as well. And again, at no additional cost. Now, when I say no additional cost, when we go through the price of the program, through Pinnacle, you're getting a significant discount, and it's going to be a package discount. So you'll get everything we're talking about through this presentation in one set flat fee, which we'll talk about at the end. Now, as far as putting on Social Security educational events, that could be a webinar, a seminar, or a workshop, but we provide you with the slide presentation, so you can download the slides, you can take out slides, add slides, customize them. You can put your name, email, phone number, however you'd like to do that. All of the slide presentations have notes, so you don't have to come up with your own scripts. We have everything in there that you need. And we also have video training of us presenting so that you kind of learn best practices that way as well. Now, as far as the RSA roadmap, that's our own proprietary software technology. What really differentiates us from other software technologies out there is that we wanted to create a very simple and user-friendly way for you to integrate Social Security planning into your practice, but not only making it simple and user-friendly for you, but for the clients and prospects that you'll be working with, right? Just like Medicare and other things our clients get very confused. So we created a software that's not only easy for agents, but easy for the clients that you'll work with. And so in just a few minutes, by putting the client's information into the software, from the first bit of information you put in to handing the client that personalized tangible report, takes no more than 5 to 10 minutes. And the reason is that once you put the client's information in, the system will automatically generate the calculations, benefit options, charts, and a personalized Social Security analysis report for that client. You don't have to do any of that. Once the information is in, you click calculate, it'll calculate everything for you. I'm going to be doing a live software demo here in just a few minutes to show you what the technology looks like, so you'll really be able to see how simple and user-friendly it is. Now, the other part of the RSA roadmap is the client portals. Once you become an RSA, you'll have this additional feature within your RSA roadmap for easier and quicker way to engage with new prospects. Now, this includes your own client portal landing page, or you can create a link or QR code. Now, you can put this link, QR code, or landing page on Facebook ads, evergreen webinars. You can send it out in emails. You can bring it, use it at events. Any consumer that clicks on your link, QR code, or landing page will have their own client version of the RSSA roadmap. That means this client who wants this Social Security planning tool and wants to work with you will be able to fill out their own information. They'll be able to see their own benefit options, their own calculations, and print their own report. That way, all you have to do is get on the one-on-one with them, offer to go through their questions and decisions, and then start talking about those other cross-selling opportunities after. Now, one other intricate part of the RSA roadmap is the additional information page. Now, this doesn't change anything as far as Social Security calculations or the report, but this is simply a discovery tool. This allows clients to put in their retirement assets, their savings and other income, real estate, debts, expenses for those cross-selling opportunities. Now, if you yourself don't do other things other than, let's say, Medicare, and you might not need a lot of this information, this is about building relationships, not just with clients, but with centers of influence in your area. Do you want to work with CFPs, CPAs, elder care attorneys? By having a referral business with those centers of influence in your area, they'll be able to give you clients and you'll be able to help your clients with their expertise. And so they'll really utilize the information that clients put in here. So now I'm going to bring up the RSSA roadmap. The first thing I want to show you is what you would see for your member center as an RSSA. You'll have your picture here. And again, this is your RSSA landing page. So I'll just show you what that looks like. Now, another unique feature is that we automatically put that client portal link on your landing page. So any client, let's just say, or prospect that clicks on that, they're getting their own client version of the RSSA roadmap. So if I click on get started here and I start filling out my email, phone, name, address, and create an account, and I click register, simultaneously as an agent, you just got an email saying that you have a new lead in your RSSA dashboard, and it will populate in your RSSA dashboard so that you know you have a new lead to reach out to. So let's look at that here. So that's the roadmap. And that client would populate right here on top because they're the newest client that just came into your leads. Now, you can view clients in a couple different ways, but it's almost like a CRM where you can separate them by birth dates, marital status. Do they have dependents that are eligible? Do they have pensions? When was it created on? And you can also search. But again, if we click on a specific case here, and I'll just go back to dashboard, you're going to see how quick and easy it is for not only you as an agent to understand the possibilities, but also how your clients are going to utilize this as well. So if I start with the information that is put in, it's very kind of straightforward and simple. It's, first name, last name, birth date, marital status, work status, things like that, as well as some questions that are going to start generating the output of the personalized report and the calculations and everything like that. Once you get onto all those questions, what's great about the software is it's only going to require questions based on previous answers. So again, if you put yes for a specific answer, then it'll ask those additional questions. But if you put no, you'll only have to go on to the next question without asking too much unnecessary information. Now, once all that information is in, the only other thing you need from your client is their earnings record. Now, most of our clients probably have a My Social Security account. If they don't have a My Social Security account on the SSA.gov website, they can create one. It takes around 10 minutes. But on that SSA website, one of the first things on top for their homepage says download your Social Security statement as an XML file. Now, once they download that XML file, we have an upload XML right into the software. You go into your computer and find that file. Let's just say I click on that. And if I click open, now it's going to shoot those earnings record right into the roadmap. So you don't have to do it manually unless they give you a paper copy in which you have it in your hand and then you enter it manually. You can do that as well. Here's the additional information page. Again, they can fill out as much additional information as they have. And then once all that information is put in, again, around 5, maybe 10 minutes, depending, you click on calculate and it creates everything for you and everything for that client. Now, a really unique feature to the RSA roadmap is our filing options heat map. So instead of now taking the time and saying, well, what if my client does 62 and the spouse does 65 or 65 and 70? We show every single option in a monthly, annual, and lifetime basis from 62 through 70 for both spouses, so they could see all of their options and you could see all their options as well. Now in the dark blue, it's showing the highest options. We actually have in orange the maximum option. That's not always what they should do, but we do highlight that. And again, you could see this either monthly, annual, or lifetime. But what's really unique is that all of these are clickable and you could see the details of that claiming strategy. So are they eligible for a retirement benefit, a spousal benefit, survivors, dependent benefits? And if you click on any of these, you can actually see what those monthly benefits are and not just the annual benefits. We have other features like the break-even report. If you want to show clients, you can compare up to 4 different break-evens at once. You could also unclick some so there's not so much going on, as well as change the ages and it'll reflect that way. We also have the PIA calculator, which shows how benefits were calculated. And this is important for those who plan to continue to work. And you could show them based on future earnings what their current benefit is. And by continuing to work, earning a certain amount and for a certain amount of years, how much, if any, they can increase their benefit. And that's a really important decision that people want to know about as well. Now, again, the personalized report is automatically generated. It will automatically get compared with the maximize option. You just have to choose the 3 options that you want compared with that based on maybe what the client says or just your own general knowledge. But you can download it in a ready to go PDF and send it to the client and you're done. Or you could download it in Word if you do want to make any edits, changes, add some personalized stuff to it, and you can do that in Word. So essentially what this report would do and what you would go through with your clients is the key information that they need to know based on their circumstances. It shows the types of benefits, so you'll be able to help them understand what benefits that they'll be eligible for. It gives them their monthly and annual heat maps here. The 3 different options that you just chose to compare with the maximize option we'll put in a claiming option summary, which shows the lifetime, annual, and monthly benefits, as well as highlights when the client should file for those benefits. Because this is a couple, when one spouse passes, the other spouse will get a survivor benefit potentially, and the decision of one spouse will impact the other spouse. So we show that and what that looks like, just so they're aware if something does happen. We also have lifetime benefits based on a projected life expectancy and some longevity comparisons to avoid things like longevity risk. Another thing we have is just helping them understand what to think about before making their claiming decision, as well as applying for benefits. And then we wrap it up with an appendix that shows the 4 different options, again, in that more detail. Usually what I like to do is send this report ahead of time before the one-on-one consultation. That way the client comes up with questions and kind of when we get on the call or Zoom, they know exactly what conversation they want to have, and that much quicker. Instead of having a longer consultation, you could have a quicker, maybe 20 or 30-minute consultation, and that could just right there lead to a Medicare sale, Medicare conversation, because they also need help with that aspect of their retirement. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is our back office support. So as part of this, you're also getting our back office support, which gives you access to our team of experts here. It gives you ongoing assistance as much as you want or as little as you want. We help with client case questions, client case support. We help you with marketing, training, everything you need that Pinnacle does for you on the Medicare side. We do that on Social Security to make sure that you're successful. Again, this is just giving you that peace of mind for our back office. Now let's talk a little bit about the package pricing that we talked about. So again, Pinnacle is getting a discount through the program. If you were to go through our website and purchase everything we just talked about individually, the total fee is $3,079. Through Pinnacle, you're getting that same package for $1,850. Now that includes the 5-module e-learning course, the live course too, that includes, so it's no additional cost. You get 2 exam tries. Hopefully you only need the one, but if you do need another, you get that included. We have the the RSA roadmap software and the client portal package, as well as the first year RSA membership. Now the membership after the $1,850, 12 months later, and every 12 months after, you're paying $479 for the membership. Now the $479 membership includes your maintaining activation status of your designation. It gives you the back office, it gives you the software, the trainings, the marketing and resources and the material, and gives you all of that every year. So anyone, I'll let Serena hop on here so I can answer some questions. I'm sure that we're getting some questions coming in. And again, what I want to just do is point out that if anyone is interested in getting started, which again, I really suggest that if this is something that's going to help your business, to get started as soon as you can, just because this is a good time of year. And we are doing those live sessions at the end of February, but you're just going to simply go to rssa.com/pinnacle, and that's going to allow you to get the $1,850 discount. You don't need to put a promo code in. This page, if you go to it, will already have the $1,850 in there. Go ahead, Serena.
Hi there. All right. Thank you. That was very informative. Thank you. A program I really like. I think it makes you guys stand out. It's different. It's a different way of getting out there. Kind of quiet in the chat box, but I do have one question about, is Virginia an approved state?
Yes, that's a good question. Let me see.
Maybe we could get a list of or maybe we can get that, what states are approved, in case more people are wondering and just too shy.
Yeah, you know what? I'll bring that up quickly, and that way everyone can just check it out now. So we said Virginia, right? Yeah, Virginia is 9 credits.
Okay. All right, cool. So there's the approved states on the screen for everybody in case anybody else is wondering and just too shy to ask. And if anybody has anything else, now's the time to pop it in there. So put your chat in. Go ahead, Tom. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, I was going to say that when you enroll in the program, you'll put in your NPN number to get those credits at the end of it. And again, you're just going to go to rssa.com/pinnacle. And then you're going to see this landing page here. You just got to click on the enroll today for the $1,850, and I'm already logged in. Let me log out. Sorry about that. So rssa.com/pinnacle, and you click on the $1,850, you'll be brought to this enrollment page where you can sign up here. Again, you'll get the discount. You don't need to put a promo code in. And again, the live sessions are February 26th through the 1st. A lot of people, they're signing up now and starting with the self-study and then using the sessions as like a secondary help thing. So if you want to do that, it's a good idea as well.
And we have a question on now, what happens if you don't pass the test on the second try? What happens with the money that has been paid toward the service?
Well, so the only thing you would have to do is pay a small additional exam fee. I'm sure we're giving a discount on that, but the reason we usually don't bring that up is because the agents in our program, we have like 100% pass rate on the second try. And it's usually because you're getting the same questions wrong on the same topic. So when we help you and reach out to you and let you know what that topic is that you keep getting wrong and help you with it, then the next time it's like, okay, you had 6 questions that you got wrong on that same topic. So we usually don't bring that up, but we're here to work with you. We're not, if you need a third try, we'll make it work. There's no, we're a great partner with Pinnacle, so we're here to help.
Perfect. And then now, obviously, Tom is from RSSA. That's who he represents. So does Social Security recognize this designation?
So Social Security doesn't recognize or approve or disapprove of any designation. It's completely separate. Again, we are approved by NASBA, FI 360, Broadridge, the IRS, and all of those, because those accept, getting continuing education and approval. Social Security, there's no one to get approved or disapproved by.
Got it. Another question here from my friend Jeff. Does E&O insurance cover any liability with any incorrect information? So would E&O apply to this? I guess that's a good question.
Yeah, so E&O does not apply. One, because you're not selling a product, but two, you should never tell clients what to do. You should always give them just enough education and information for them to make an informed decision. I've been helping people with Social Security for years, and not a single person I've ever said to, this is the strategy you should do, but I give them enough information and education for them to make the best decision. So usually, like, we've been vetted through a lot of compliance departments, and they all said that E&O is not required.
And I know we had the states pulled up, we missed it. Was Pennsylvania on there? I think it is.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry,
That's okay.
probably missed it ourselves, but
I believe Pennsylvania is on there, yeah.
I would think so. We're based out of Pennsylvania, and it would make sense.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, Pennsylvania, 9 credits.
Okay. And how often do clients see that their income reporting is inaccurate? I would bet that happens.
Most of the time, the income is pretty accurate,
Okay.
but it's usually easy to tell. Like, they'll have a 0 on a year that they know they've worked, right? If you have like 10,000 one year and you thought you made 11, usually it's correct, because they're getting the information directly from the IRS based on your tax returns. If they miss a year, that's when it's easy, because there'll be a 0 where you 100% know you worked. And if you need to change that, there's a form that you can do that on the SSA website.
Okay. All right. And then another one here, because we're getting a little excited. So how can you get people, in front of clients or other companies when it comes to marketing? Like, do you have more examples or details on that piece of the presentation?
Well, let me give you a really great example of how I have helped clients with Social Security. And I do it at very little to no ad spend. And the reason is that one day in the mail, my parents were getting this brochure for adult education at the local high school. And so I said, wow, there's someone that does long-term care there and other services. Let me call them and see if I can get in to help with Social Security. And, they invite the teachers, they invite the staff and the community through these online newsletters and brochures. And they want to help the community, so it doesn't cost me anything. And yet each school that I do, which is currently 3 different schools, gets me around 10 to 15 new leads every single month. So with spending no money, just going through the school districts, which the RSSAs in our program always reach out and ask me if I can help them with that, and I always do. But I'm getting like 30, 40 new leads a month. And that's really all I'm doing right now, because it's working so well. So again, there are ways where you can do this very cost effectively. And then there's also RSSAs that are doing Facebook, Google, and other ads. But at the beginning, you want to kind of test the market and see, build it up as things go.
Right. And now with the, we know it's $18.50 with Pinnacle, which is a nice discount. Do they have payment plan options, or do they just have to come up with that? Like, do you guys allow like payments on that, or?
So we don't allow payments on the $18.50, and that's because if you went through the website, the payment plan technically is $1,800 just for the course. So for an extra $50, you're getting everything. So technically that would be the payment plan, but it wouldn't make any sense because you're only paying an extra $50.
Okay. Okay. Does the program cover IRMA adjustment amounts on Medicare that are charged via Social Security?
We do have a whole chapter on Medicare, and there is IRMA in there as well. As an RSSA, you can field some of those questions, but again, the main objective is that people are losing out on money left on the table by not understanding the Social Security money benefits that they're eligible for, right? Retirement, spousal, survivor, dependents. But we do have a chapter on Medicare that Medicare agents just fly through, and it does discuss Medicare and things like hold harmless and things like that as well.
Got it. And how much can you charge a person for SSA research?
So it really depends. We've done some homework on what RSSAs in our program are currently charging, and we see anywhere from like 300 to 400, upwards of like 500, 600, 700. From my experience, I think that around the $300-400 range is fair, and you could provide that personalized analysis and maybe a 30-minute to an hour consultation. It really depends. I know people are doing, for the ones that are charging more, are adding on additional services like helping with the application, getting on a second consultation maybe, or other really add-ons. But generally, that's around what I think is like, $300 or $400 is probably fair.
Okay. All right. And it looks like, that looks like everything that was in the questions, unless anything else is going to come in the next minute or so. But I think that's it.
Serena, will you in the chat, will you put the landing page link, which is just rssa.com/pinnacle?
rssa.com/pinnacle, you got it.
Yeah, and then my email, in case anyone has any questions for me, is Thomas. I'm thinking of my email, but it's thomas.dropala, DRAPALA @rssa.com. So if anyone has any direct questions for me, you can reach out to my email.
Sure, I'll put that in there. I'm going to type that right now. Okay.
And then Serena, you'll follow up with everybody, right?
I will. Yep, I'll get a list of attendees and we'll make sure we follow up. Absolutely.
Great. Serena, I'll send you a little bit of more information as well in case you want to add it in the email. We have a really great FAQ now. So if anyone has any specific questions that they didn't want to ask today or maybe didn't think to ask, you could actually go to the Pinnacle landing page here and click on the FAQ. And we have a lot of really great questions that we've had through our webinars, and we just put them into the sheet. So feel free to check that out as well.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Appreciate your time. I think that was a great session, very informative. I think it's a great program. It's something different. So hopefully something everybody will consider. And I have our contact information in the chat box. You will get a recording of this sent out automatically as well. So please follow up if you have more questions, and we will send out an email to thank you. So you'll have our contact info as well. So thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Serena. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Have a good day, everyone.